In the moonlit darkness of a sprawling forest, the air shivers with the sound of rustling leaves and distant howls. Alina stands poised, her demon hunter armor glinting under the pale light, a mix of leather and chainmail, worn but formidable. Below her, a hulking shadow moves, its red glaring eyes cutting through the gloom. The demon snarls, stepping into the clearing, its grotesque form towering and hunched. Its claws gleam like blackened steel, its breath a roiling fog of venom. It lets out a deafening roar, snapping Alina into motion. Without hesitation, she leaps down from the rock, landing with the precision of a predator. She swings her weapon, a dual-headed glaive glinting with faint runes, around fluidly, creating a circle of readiness. The demon charges, its claws tearing through the air. Alina pivots, narrowly dodging the blow. Using her glaive like an extension of her body, Alina counters with a sharp upward strike. Sparks fly as the blade meets the demon's hide. It roars again, thrashing wildly, but Alina ducks and rolls beneath its swings. With an acrobatic flip, she lands on the demon's back, plunging the blade deep into its neck. A deafening howl of defeat reverberates through the forest as the demon collapses into ash. Alina straightens, her chest heaving from exertion. She turns toward the camera, her piercing gaze full of tempered confidence. This is no mere warrior. This is a hunter. The scene cuts to a dimly lit laboratory. Inside, shelves sag under the weight of dusty tomes and jars of strange substances. Alina and her ally Tommy push open the creaking door. At the center of the room, Dr. Henderson hunches over an ancient map spread across his desk, his glasses reflecting the flickering light of a lantern. Victor Crane, the doctor mutters, glancing up, the oldest of the bloodsuckers. His power is unmatched. Alina steps forward, her voice resolute. Where is he? Dr. Henderson motions to the map, where faded markings trace out cryptic paths. Here, he says, pointing to a remote mountain range. Beside the map, a sketch of Victor Crane stares back. Dark eyes, angular face, and an aura of menace even in faded ink. As Dr. Henderson explains the history of Victor's reign, the room grows quieter, the weight of the task pressing down on the two demon hunters. Their journey truly begins the next day, under the rising sun at an open training ground. Targets painted as ghastly creatures are lined up in rows, each one destined to be obliterated. Alina swings her glaive methodically, carving through each with merciless efficiency. Tommy, wielding a pair of heavy daggers, matches her pace, their attacks synchronized. Crafting keeps Tommy busy in the evenings, assembling weapons, fortifying armor. By now, other hunters have arrived, their faces hardened and ready. Together, the group prepares for what feels impossible, facing Victor Crane. Their resolve is tested when they reach a quiet village one evening, only to find it swarming with chaos. Flames crackle in the darkness as Victor's monstrous minions tear through homes. Alina and her team spring into action, every swing of her glaive a precise strike. But the victory comes at a cost. A hint of despair crosses Alina's face as she glances at her fallen comrades. The price of victory weighs heavily on her, a reminder of the relentless fight against darkness. The final battle unfolds in Victor's lair, a cavernous space of shadow and fire. The vampire lord descends, his presence oppressive. Their fight is brutal, every blow echoing with the clash of wills. But digging deep into her core, Alina unleashes all her strength, her weapon glowing with intense light. With a final resounding strike, Victor is vanquished. Later, the village begins to recover. Children laugh, families rebuild, and the scars of terror start to fade. Alina stands on a hill overlooking it all, the weight of her mission heavy on her shoulders. Yet there is pride in her eyes, and as Tommy joins her, they exchange a knowing glance. Ready for the next one, he asks. Alina smirks faintly, gripping the glaive at her side. Always. The hunters turn toward the horizon, ready to face whatever darkness may come.